Hey everyone, this is Jose, and this is my second video blog for Sociology class. And the very first question is, who is in your family? So my family consists of my mother, my father, my sister, and our dog named Baby. We couldn't really think of a name when we adopted him at the shelter, so we just kind of stuck with Baby. We kept calling him Baby because it looked like a little baby, and it just stuck. It's been like that for 10 years now. A little silly name, but it kind of fits him. So my sister and I are about 7 years apart. Yeah, 7 years apart. We're extremely close. Growing up, I've always been very protective of her, and we've been able to foster a really, really close relationship. I would do anything for that girl. I love her to death. She's very much a part of my life forever, being my sister and all. But gosh, it's great. I love our relationship. It's very respectful. I'm very protective of her, but also not too protective. I'm not that crazy, overbearing brother. I would do anything for her. My parents have been married for 29 years. They're very close to each other as well. They're very loving. Even to us, we're all very close as a family unit. We always have been. Growing up, we would always take trips to Brazil, family vacations during summer vacation for school. I would literally leave the day after school ended and come back the day before school began. I would spend the summers at my grandma's house in Brazil. We used to live well, I was born in Belo Horizonte, which is central southwest Brazil. It's interior, no beaches or anything, so I would just mainly spend time at grandma's house, reading, walking around with my cousins. Nothing too crazy, but it was nice to be able to experience that different culture in Brazil throughout those 2 months every year. It was nice growing up there. We used to also take trips to other parts of Brazil. So we'd fly out to different beaches every year. We would do something different. The one thing I never got to do that I've always wanted to is go to the Amazon, but we'll get there someday. Um, let's see. So yeah, the vacations, and then have things change in our family. The only real change that occurred growing up with the family is that when I came out as gay to my family, at first it wasn't a very positive experience, but nowadays it has made us a lot closer. And I love my family for accepting who I am, and the bond that we've created through that has been incredible. I'm a very lucky person to have what I have and the support from my family, and it's amazing. So question two is explain primary socialization. So, the definition is the process by which we learn the cultural norms of society based on where we are born. So, even though I was born in Brazil, my cultural norms are a mix of my Brazilian culture from my family, and from when I used to stay there over the summers, and my American culture thanks to going to school here and my friends. So, I came here when I was 3 years old, and I mainly got my American culture from television and school. So that definitely had a heavy influence on my life and how I am, and it definitely changed. It had a lot of effect of who I am today. It shaped who I am, growing up here and having that American culture through school and friends, but yet also having that family basis of being Brazilian and going back to Brazil every year to visit family and stay there for a couple of months. Question three is the myths of traditional family. So I come from a very large family in Brazil. My mother's parents, so my mother's grandparents or my grandparents had 9 children, and each of them had at least 2 children each. And then my father's family, it's four total, him plus three. He's a twin, and each of them had at least 2 children as well. So I have a lot of cousins, a lot of people. We go down there and we see everybody. Um, I think nowadays it's very different. People don't tend to have as many children just because both parents usually do work, and they are busy with responsibilities other than just taking care of the family. Um, my family is a little different because they allowed me to be who I am. My mother, especially growing up, she grew up with a very closed-minded family. Her father was very closed-minded, so that definitely affected her in a way. But thanks to living here in the U.S., she's changed a lot and she's opened her mind up to a lot of things. And then question 4 is, how does popular culture present in the family? So television shows are a great way that we all bond. We have a Brazilian TV channels here that we stream live from Brazil, so it's a great way for us to get together and we all watch TV together. A big thing in Brazil as well is watching novellas, which are like soap operas. So we usually get together to dinner and like we all watch it together. We all discuss it. It's a big thing in Brazil, and it's a great way for how we all bond. It's definitely part of who we are, and um, television shows and pop culture has helped us a lot with that. All right, thanks guys for listening. I look forward to hearing you all. Bye.